I'm using a classic Indian winter produce called fenugreek or methi, and what I'm making is methi murg or fenugreek chicken or methi chicken, whatever you call it. Let's begin. This one, trust me, is one of the simplest chicken recipes ever. You can convert this into a gravy, into a curry. That's a complete personal choice. What I'm doing is making it a little thicker, almost like gravy, so that we can, of course, eat this with roti, naan or chapati. But of course, you can also add in some more stock or water and make this nice and runny with rice. First things first, in the pan goes oil and ghee. Once the oil and the ghee both heat up, and if you notice, I've actually used a little more of the oil because I like it little masala types. I'm adding in seeds of cumin, to this bay leaves, and with this red onions, which are roughly chopped. Chop them up, dice them up, slice them up. That's a complete personal choice. What you can also do is run this into a puree or a paste and use onion paste. Simple. Allow this to turn slightly golden brown in color, and to kind of aid that or help that, I'm going to add in some salt. Stir this well and allow this to just kind of begin caramelizing. While that is happening, let's quickly make a masala paste, for which I'm using dahi or yogurt or curds in a bowl. And to this, I'm going to add in all the dry spices or the dry masalas. To begin with, some haldi or turmeric. To this, I'm going to add in seeds of coriander, which are crushed, lightly roasted and crushed. Chili powder as required. You can take a chili that is well spiced along with a touch of color. Well, this is the only time that I'm going to use spice. I'm not using green chilies or anything of that kind. So this is kind of one for all. To this, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste, which is fresh. And to this, some garam masala. Let's mix all of this well and keep it aside. And for the interim, let's concentrate on the browning of the onions. Once the onions turn golden brown in color, I'll add in the dahi mixture. Scrape this well because, of course, it has all the wonderful goodness of the spices, ginger, garlic, and dahi. Mix this and cook this on high flame for at least a minute or till this starts releasing oil on the sides. Like I said, it's absolutely quick, simple, and easy. Once the oil starts releasing the sides, I'm adding in chicken pieces. This is chicken, which is like a curry cut. Let's add in the pieces. You can give it a simple marination of just some turmeric powder and salt, but this is just perfect as well. With this, I'm also adding in fresh fenugreek leaves. These are picked, washed, and chopped. While picking the fenugreek leaves, all you need to do is ensure that you only take the tender stems and not the thick ones or the tougher ones, because that will leave an untoward bite which you're not looking at in this recipe. Mix all of this beautifully well together and allow this to cook on high flame for 2 to 3 minutes till the chicken kind of gets seared on the outside. Once the pieces of chicken are seared on high flame, we lower the flame, add in just like half a cup of water, and this is only to ensure that the chicken, one, gets cooked, and two, the masalas do not get burnt. We cover this and cook it on low flame for 20 minutes or till the chicken is nice and beautifully tender. With this, our methi chicken is done and ready. Off goes the flame and the steam needs to settle for 10 minutes and then we'll serve this. Now this straight goes, of course, on the dinner table, and this goes amazingly well, like I said, with naan, roti, fulka, chapati, anything of your choice. Just one thing for you, in case, and don't hold me for this, in case you do not get methi after winters, all you can do is add in 1/4 cup of kasuri methi right at the cooking stage.
The Saagwala Murg. I'm going to blanch the spinach first and then we'll make a nice puree of it. I've kept some water to boil in here. I've taken 2 bunches of spinach which I've roughly chopped. I'm going to just add this to the hot water. Just cook these spinach leaves for 2 to 3 minutes. After 2-3 minutes, just remove this spinach from this water, hot water, and put it in an ice bath. After letting the spinach be in the ice bath for 4 to 5 minutes, let's drain out the water now. Now let's grind this to a nice fine paste. Our spinach puree is ready. Let's heat 5 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil gets hot, let's add our whole spices, some bay leaves, cinnamon, black cardamom, green cardamom and black cumin seeds. Now let's add 1 tablespoon of ginger paste, 1 tablespoon of garlic paste. Saute it for a minute. And now let's add the onion paste. I have simply taken 3 onions and I've ground it to a paste. I'm going to saute these onions for 5 to 7 minutes till all the moisture evaporates. The moisture from the onions has evaporated. Now I'm going to add tomato puree. I'm going to add my dry spices now. Half teaspoon turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons chili powder and 1 teaspoon garam masala. And now just saute this till the oil separates. Now I'm going to add half a cup of beaten yogurt and just saute it for 3 to 4 minutes more. Now that the masala is sauteed really well and the oil has separated, I'm going to add 1 kg of chicken to this. Some salt. To this, I'm going to add the spinach. See how the color of the spinach has changed? To this, I'm going to add a cup of water and cover it and cook till the chicken is done. The chicken is ready. Now let's plate it in a serving bowl. Let's finish this dish by garnishing it with cream. And our Saagwala Murg is ready. 1 serving of the Saagwala Murg will give you all the nutrients from the spinach that you would have consumed for the whole week. Do try this dish with some paratha or rice.
Who's going to make a scrumptious curry dish called spinach chicken? So let's get started. To begin this 1 pot dish, first I'm going to switch on the gas, add mustard oil, and once the oil reaches smoking point, it's time to add 2 bay leaf, dry red chilies, cumin seeds and green cardamom. And once the cumin starts crackling, I'm going to add chopped onion. Saute it for a few seconds. And as the color of the onion starts changing, we are going to add ginger garlic paste. After adding ginger garlic paste, we are going to cook the onion till they get golden brown in color and the rawness of ginger garlic paste goes away. To make sure the masala doesn't stick to the surface of the pan, I'm going to add little water. As the color of the onion has changed to golden brown, I'm going to add green chili paste, give it a nice stir, and again to make sure the masala doesn't stick to the surface, again I'm going to add little water. And with that, I'm going to add little turmeric powder, red chili powder, coriander powder, cumin powder, and garam masala. Mix the masala nicely. Make sure the masala get nicely mixed within. And again at this stage, I'm going to add little water, and we are going to cook till the rawness of the masala goes away. And once the oil starts separating from the masala, which means the masala is nicely done, I'm going to add chicken. At this stage, to speed up the cooking process, I'm going to add little salt. At this stage, I'm going to lower the heat, add little water, and saute it for at least 2 to 3 minutes. And after cooking the chicken for 3 to 4 minutes, it's time to add tomatoes. Make sure you cook the tomato nicely with the masala, and cook the tomato till they get soft and mushy and the rawness of the tomato goes away. Guys, the rawness of tomato is gone and they have gone soft and mushy. It's time to add little water and cover with the lid and let it cook for at least 12 minutes. Guys, our chicken is almost ready. I'm going to open the lid. At this stage, I'm going to add the star ingredient, the spinach. And with the spinach, I'm going to add little black pepper powder and last little bit of kasuri methi. And again, give it a nice stir. Mix the spinach nicely and cover and cook it with the lid till the time the spinach will thaw. And there you go guys, our chicken is now ready. Let's start plating it. There you go guys, our spinach chicken is now ready.
Methi Matar Malai is one dish which is enjoyed by everybody. But today let's make the same recipe using the chicken. I have a kilo of chicken over here, which I'm going to marinate with 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, and 3/4 cup of yogurt and some salt. And let's keep this aside. Here I have a bunch of fenugreek leaves or methi leaves which I have finely chopped, and I had applied salt to it, about a teaspoon of salt, and then once it's sweated I squeezed all the water out and I washed it and kept it aside. This I have done because I wanted to get rid of too much of the bitterness that the methi would give to the dish otherwise. I'm going to heat a pan and I'm going to add some oil to this, 2 tablespoons. And once the oil is really hot, I'm going to fry this methi nice and crisp in that. The oil is nice and hot. Let's add the methi. This process has taken us 4 to 5 minutes and the methi is nice and crisp. Let's keep it aside and let's make the gravy. And once the kadai is hot, I'm going to add a tablespoon of ghee and a tablespoon of oil. The oil is nice and hot. Let's add the onions and saute it pink and soft. The onions have become soft and pink. I have a paste over here made with 1/4 cup of cashew nuts, 5 to 6 green chilies. The green chilies you can take as much as you like according to your liking for spice. 2 pods of garlic and 1/2 inch of ginger. I'm going to add this and saute it till the oil separates. As you can see, the oil has separated here. I'm going to add the marinated chicken now. And saute this on a high flame for 4 to 5 minutes. We have sauteed this chicken for 4 to 5 minutes. I'm going to add a cup of water and I'm going to add very little salt after this because we've already added some salt. We'd already added some salt in the marination, so I'm not putting too much of salt now. And now I'm going to simply cover this and cook till the chicken is done. Reducing the flame to a medium. It's been almost 10 to 12 minutes we had kept the chicken to cook. And I can see the meat is off the bone and the chicken is almost done. Let's add the fried methi now. Mix this well. Just let's increase the flame a little and boil the curry for 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to reduce the flame and add 1/2 cup of milk. Stir it again. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of fresh beaten cream. Mix this and just let it cook for a minute and then we shut the flame and this Murg Methi Malai is ready to be served. This Murg Methi Malai goes amazingly well with a paratha, naan or a roti served with a nice onion salad. So do try this dish and let me know.